Hi, this is Vinney Chopra again. I wanted to talk about criteria. What's the criteria that you should really purchase this commercial building, apartment complex, or, it could be 4-plex, 8-plex, 12-plex, 20-plex, or 500 units. The key thing is, I have always felt cash flow is the king. Cash on cash, which is how much? It's the total income after paying not only all the expenses, but also the mortgage and the capex, total net income that we realize in a year divided by the total amount of money we need to invest to really make that property, purchase that property. So cash on cash is very important. Cash flow comes from cash on cash. Cash flow is how much is left at the end of the day that you can give it to your investors and also make a little bit profits for your general partnership and so forth like that. So it's very important that we are able to actually looking at, cap rate. A lot of people ask me, Vinney, should I really be looking at cap rates? Yeah, cap rates are important. Capitalization rate, it's called. But at the same token, the main thing you want to find out is what's the cash right now, what it will be with value add. So the value add is the component in C class, C plus, B minus, where you're able to increase the rents by increasing the utility income or RUBS system. If there are nothing is really involved in that, the seller or the owner is not using RUBS or giving like internet and cable for free and paying for water, trash, gas, all those things, right? Sewer, oh my God. And pest control, that is a no, because we are not a all bills paid property. We can really start using methods to charge the residents, because if they were living in their own home, guess what? They'll be paying for every single expense like that one. And that's what they're doing in apartments. We are giving them a place to live, but they need to take care of their expenses, for running and living, I think is the word. Secondly, you want to also capex, capital improvements. By giving them more amenities, you can charge more money also. Also giving them like covered parkings and vending machines and, in the exercise room, having good equipments, all the different ways, you can increase the money coming in, revenues, and increasing the cash flow. So the criteria, the business plan should be based on how much cash on cash you're going to make from the deal and what's the cap rate, and then also how you're going to have the upside. The upside is the equity gain, right? How much is the NOI, net operating income, going to increase in the next 3, 4, 5 years? Maybe there is a waterfall coming. What is a waterfall? Waterfall is when you refinance a loan or get a second loan if this first mortgager, allows you to do it, or you just refinance because the value has gone higher. You bought a property for $1 million, you upgraded it and all that, and you increased the rents, and now the property is worth $2 million. Wow. So then you may like to refinance and do a waterfall where you get a new loan, and the extra money you pay back the investors to cash them out, possibly. It's possible. And then you don't have to give them the returns on the cash flow, but equity gain you will have to pay when you sell the property, right? Unless you put it in the PPM that, after 2 years or 3 years, the game plan is to cash out the investors, give their main investment back, and plus you will get a new loan, and then you will own the rest of the investment for next 5, 7, 10 years. It all depends, what your goals are and how you want to do it and so on. It has to be fully spelled out to the investors so that they feel that, they're bringing money for how long, what kind of returns they'll be getting, and what kind of equity gain. They're not debt investors, but nowadays you can also give them 10% return and no equity gain. Some of the, people in retirement mode, they don't mind that. They like to take that. This way they don't have to pay taxes on the equity gain. So the criteria is very, very important. Like I started talking in this module, you want to make sure you underwrite it well and look at what the cash flow is right now in actual terms and what it will be in about 6 months or a year. You save those underwritings also, and then look at the upside potential with the cap rate will be decreasing or increasing as you own this property for next 5 years, because if it decreases the cap rate, your property will be worth a lot more, and that will be able to give more equity gain to your investors. So criteria, cash flow, cap rate, and the exit, and then also the waterfall. Those are the 4 things that you definitely want to look at, into deciding whether this is a great property or not.